NFL kickoff weekend presented by YouTube TV. Megan Olivia alongside Bijan Robinson. Bijan, I know you told me in the offseason you were putting in the work. There was a lot of time spent on the track, a lot of route running technique with the likes of Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Now that the hay is in the barn, what's your expectation for yourself both today and this season 3 in the league?
I think just just be better than last year. God gave us a gift. God gave me a gift to come out here and be the best that I can for my team. So just not be out of the ordinary. I don't got to be Superman out here. Just follow my rules, do everything I'm been coached to do. Up to this point. So for me, like it's just it's a beautiful day to be out here, and not just for me, but for my teammates, for everybody out here watching. So I just can't wait to get out there.
So best of luck to you, Bijan. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Kenny. We'll throw it back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Megan. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the toss. They defer. Chase McLaughlin will get things started.
As you guys were talking about Bijan and the things that he's done differently, he said he still carries his 220 pounds. There's been no difference on the scale, but all the speed work, the long runs, the track work that he's put in with Christian McCaffrey, he said has definitely made a difference for him. Also did a lot of swimming in this offseason. He said he feels better than ever and feels more powerful than ever, which is huge considering his first 2 seasons.
Time for a game break to Los Angeles. Carissa Thompson.
Thank you so much, Kenny. So the Steelers didn't have an opening drive touchdown all of last year, but they get one with Aaron Rodgers under center, connecting with Ben Skoranek for a 22-yard score. Jets still have the lead in this one early, 9-7, but we know Aaron Rodgers wanted that one early. Kenny?
Thanks, Carissa. Aaron Rodgers returning to face the Jets. Welcome back to NFL Kickoff Weekend, presented by YouTube TV. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Megan O'Leary, 7-0 lead for the Falcons. James Pierce. Moments ago, Megan chatted with Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
Coach, a lot of football left to play. What are you looking for in these next 3 quarters?
Just for us to settle down. I think defensively we settled down after we gave up the first pass and missed the tackle and let them score. Offensively, we're starting to move the ball a little bit, so it's just a matter of getting into a good rhythm.
So we appreciate your time. Thanks, Coach.
Welcome back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on kickoff weekend. NFC South rivals, both celebrating milestone anniversaries. Falcons in their 60th season, the Bucs 50th. Atlanta out to a 7-3 advantage. First time out taken by Atlanta. Start your Saturday strong with Big Noon as Oregon heads into their first Big Ten matchup, taking on Northwestern. It all starts at 10 Eastern. Live from Evanston with the Big Noon kickoff crew. Then it's Oregon Northwestern only on Fox. Michael Penix Jr., Mike Evans, now in his 12th season. What a career. 6-time Pro Bowl selection. He's gained at least 1,000 yards. He's the first to ever do it in his first 11 seasons. Jerry Rice did have an 11-year streak as well.
And Mike Evans, when he first burst onto the scene, he immediately reminded me of Hall of Famer Andre Johnson. Had some great years for the Houston Texans, but they're both big, physical, and they really are deceptive in that quickly they can get in and out of their breaks, which is why you see these corners, they can't stay pressed on them. They can beat man coverage all the time. Mike Evans does a phenomenal job of it.
Second. You mentioned Levante David. Now in his 14th season with the Bucs, went to the Pro Bowl a decade ago. Tremendous numbers, joining some other legends at the linebacker position, part of the Bucs Super Bowl team with Tom Brady. And you asked him, hey, what'd you do during the offseason? Did you have any fun? What was the coolest thing you did?
And the funnest thing he did was go to Disney World, and he went on the roller coasters. He told us about his tremendous fear of going on roller coasters, had never done it before, and told us the best thing he did was go to Universal Studios, go on the roller coasters at the time of his life. So you can see the joy in his face. He finally got that checked off the box.
Carissa.
Thank you, Kenny. Commanders already up 7-3 on the Giants. Jaden Daniels gives it to the rookie out of Arizona, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt, who gets into the end zone for the score. Commanders on top, 14-3. Kenny?
Now Penix will take a knee, and the first half comes to an end in Atlanta. Quick start for the Falcons. Penix to Robinson, 50-yard touchdown on the catch and run. Our first half stats brought to you by Wingstop. Mayfield 7 of 15. Penix 140 yards in the air. Mayfield with the touchdown strike to the rookie Abuka. So this NFC South divisional matchup tied at halftime as we head to Los Angeles for the Verizon halftime report. Today's game flow presented by Progressive. With the Falcons and Buccaneers tied at 10, we welcome you back to NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube TV. Moments ago, Megan chatted with Falcons head coach Raheem Morris.
Coach, what's the messaging to this Falcons team for the second half?
You know, it's about pride, right? It's about personal responsibility to go out here to win this football game, and that's what these guys are going to do. You know, they got to go out here. We got to figure out how to run the ball better and figure out how to control lack. That's what we're going to do right now.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Raheem Morris won a Super Bowl as a Bucs assistant over 2 decades ago. But he was named Tampa Bay head coach in 2009 at the age of 32. Now in his second season as the head coach here in Atlanta. Buccaneers will get the ball first to begin this third quarter on kickoff weekend in Atlanta. They will start at the 35-yard line. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, you just heard from Megan O'Leary. Your biggest takes out of that first half?
It was really the defenses that are a little bit ahead of the offenses, which is typical. First few games of the season, offense aren't really in sync. The timing isn't there yet. So I'm watching these defenses as they're playing. The offense are going to now have to figure out how are they going to adjust. And really the adjustments need to be on the timing. Maybe they need to break their routes off a little bit quicker. Maybe on the communication. They have to understand what the defenses are giving them. But as soon as these offenses catch up to their opposing defense, we'll see more productivity from them.
Michael Penix Jr. on the Falcons offense back out on the field. He's the 5th different week 1 starting quarterback the last 5 years. Matt Ryan, Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder 2 seasons ago. Kirk Cousins, who is still with the Falcons, backing up. Penix started 3 games at the end of the season for Atlanta last year.
He's a throwback. Actually reminds me more of a Matt Ryan. Sits in the pocket, has a big arm. He's a lefty. Everyone immediately thinks Mike Vick, but he doesn't move like Michael Vick. He likes to sit in the pocket, likes to use that big left arm, wants to push the ball down the field with his arm.
Hutchke Irving inside the 30, down to the 28, gain of 4. 4 touchdown passes over the last 2 seasons for Mayfield than any other NFL quarterback. Career numbers last year, another division title. And he's on his 3rd season with the Bucs with a new offensive coordinator. 8 in 8 years. Incredible during his NFL career. There's Josh Grizzard. His previous 2 coordinators are both head coaches. Dave Canales and Liam Cohen.
He's the head coach whisperer right now. You coach Baker Mayfield, you're bound to get a head coaching opportunity.
To the Tampa Bay 38. Gain of 12. Drake London, 8th overall pick back in 22. with size out of USC. What a year last season. 100 receptions, finished 4th in the league in receiving yards.
Played basketball at USC, and that's part of the reason he's so good in those intermediate routes. He's able to body out those defenders. So you see him with the speed outs, you see him running those option routes on the outside. He knows how to use his body, get open for Penix, and make sure he has a big frame for him to throw to.
How about his high school numbers? 29 points, 12 rebounds per game as a senior.
That's it?
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Wilkinson. Those numbers sounded pretty good to me. Let's check in with Megan.
Well, Drake London returned back to Southern California and USC last weekend. He was the tunnel leader for his former team. He ran them out to the field. He called it the highest honor. And you know, at USC, that's where he forged some everlasting relationships. Talk to me about having upperclassmen like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Michael Pittman that he could really lean on. And now that they are all in the league, they're just a phone call away for one another, guys.
As we head to Los Angeles for a game break, Carissa.
Thanks so much, Kenny. A back-and-forth game here in New York. Justin Fields fools the entire Steelers defense, walks this one in for the go-ahead score. Aaron Rodgers on the other side also having a day. He's got 4 touchdown passes so far. We got a great game here at MetLife. 32-31 advantage Jets. Kenny?
Wow, high-scoring affair.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by KFC. Hot and spicy wings and wedges are back.
Falcons won both meetings last season. Daryl Hodge in overtime, 36-30, Atlanta week 5. And then 3 weeks later, 31-26 Falcons. They swept the season series, but Tampa Bay would still win the division for the 4th consecutive year. There's Michael Penix. Buccaneers leading the Falcons, and next week, America's Game of the Week. Super Bowl champion Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts, going up against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs. Special 2-hour edition of Fox NFL Sunday. They will be on hand in Kansas City. 11 a.m. Eastern next Sunday on Fox. 44, it is wide to the right, no good.
Younghoe Koo has made so many of these kicks in his career. We were nicknaming him Ice Cold Koo because he always made those. A rare miss by Younghoe Koo. There's that phenomenal rookie.
The Buccaneers exhale after McLaughlin missed the extra point. Now Koo misses the 44-yard attempt. And Tampa Bay with a wild and wacky win on kickoff weekend.
Indeed.
Two head coaches grew up less than 10 miles apart in New Jersey. They played for a legendary high school coach named Don Soma. Bulls with the victory over Morris today in Atlanta. The disappointment on the Falcons side. 23-20 Bucks. Back after this.